Hey everyone, it's Elena. Welcome back. Today is a really quick one. We're just going to look at how to add text with a font in Procreate, and then we're going to distress and give that font a weathered look non-destructively. I'm going to be using the texture brushes from my Pattern Decay brush set, and if you want more information about those brushes, you can find the link in the description. I'm also going to be using a free Google font called Fell, and I'll put the link in the description for that as well. Let's go ahead and get started. For this tutorial, I'm going to be using my Pattern Decay brush set. There are quite a lot of brushes in here, but at the end of the brush set, there are the texture brushes, and these are the main ones that I'm going to use for this tutorial. And the font that I want to use is called Fell, and it's an old English font based on something from the 1600s, I think. This is a free font. You can get it from Google. It's not going to come on your iPad already, but I think it's a really good one. So I'm just going to show you how to download that in case you're not sure how to download fonts. This is the Google Fonts page for this particular font, and I'll make sure you have this link in the description. There's a lot of fonts on here, so you can have a look at some other ones like the vintage and the rugged in particular. Would be really good for distressed type text, what we're going to do today. So if we just tap Get Font on here, then we'll go down to this checkout page and we can choose Download All. Then it asks, do we want to download? And yes, we do. I'm in Safari, by the way. This might look slightly different in Chrome, but that has downloaded. If we just go up to this little arrow down here, we can see that the download has happened. So if we tap on that, it opens up our Files app. It's here, and we unzip it. And then going into the new blue folder, it's kind of just like installing brushes, really. But we've got these two TTF files, which are font files. And we've got the regular and the italic. And if we select both of those, we can hit the share button here, and then we can select Procreate from here, or select more and then find it on the list if you don't have it here. So doing that, you see a little check mark, and then we've got it in our fonts. So I'm just going to make a new canvas and show you from scratch. Let's do the plus here, and we can just go with screen size for this exercise. So I'm just going to add the text in a black to begin with, and I've got my letterpress color palette open here. This does come with the brush set as well. So I'm just going to choose the darkest color, and then to add text in the font that we just installed, go to the gear icon, add, and add text. So it comes through with this sort of generic font to begin with. That's fine. I'm just going to type out my text first, and then I'm going to change it after. So I'm just going to keep it really simple. You can obviously write whatever you want, but I'm going to keep it in all caps, and I'm going to write worn and then enter text. That's very simple, but obviously, you know, we can write whatever we want. Now I'm selecting all of it, and this is in Helvetica, which is, you know, kind of a standard font, but we're going to change the font. We just installed this one, and we've got regular and italic. I am loving the italic. That's super fun. Let's keep it with that. Let's make it a lot bigger. And you see what's happening here is the text box is not big enough to keep the whole word in there. Let's just make the text box as big as the whole thing here so that we can just make the text as big as we want. I'll center it later. But yeah, so we can make the text even bigger. And I'm thinking that I want the leading to be a little bit less. So this is the amount of space between the spaces. So we could even like bring this up so that the X and the T are like lining up with this R like that. Sometimes I do mess around with the kerning. We could, you know, bring it a bit closer together like that. And I think we should make it even bigger, actually. So I'm just continuing to kind of mess around with these settings until I'm happy with how this looks. Okay, I think that's good. And that's just really big, but that's fine. So I'm going to center it now. I'm turning on my move tool, and we've got uniform, and I'm turning snapping on so that we can move this. And when you see both of those yellow lines at once, like that, that means we're in the center. Then we're good. I was just thinking maybe actually I want this to not be in black. Maybe I want it to be a slightly different color. Once this is done, you can still edit this if you're in the right layer. Like if I was in this layer, it doesn't do anything. But if you're in the text layer, you can tap on it and you can still edit it. You can still change anything. So what color do we want to do? I was thinking we could do a nice red, actually, like kind of the rusty brown red. So how can we distress this text. We don't actually have to rasterize it if we want to erase some of it. We can actually just use a mask and keep it as a font, which means that we can still change the word, change the letter at a later point if we want to. So this is non-destructive. So how we can do that is just tap on the text layer and then tap mask. So this is a layer mask. It's not the same as a clipping mask. The layer mask works in such a way that the white reveals and the black covers up. So if we want to cover up or erase some of this, then we need to change our color to pure black, and that's already happened because we're already in the layer mask. So if we move out of that, we go back to the red. But if you tap on the layer mask, everything that you choose is going to be a variation of white or black or something in between, because that's how layer masks work. So now that we're in the layer mask, we've got black selected. We can go to the Pattern Decay brushes or the grunge brushes in the Procreate library, or just any sort of grungy, solid but textured brushes that you want to work with and experiment with. So I wanted to go with the cracks brush, and you can see what's going to happen here. So I'm working in this layer mask layer here, and it's erasing. And if I turn that off, it's all still there and I can still edit the text, but we're getting these nice cracks in here. And actually that was really big. So I'm just gonna make that a bit smaller. And then I'm going to go again. And again, I'm in the layer mask. That's the more bright blue. So they're both blue, but when I'm in the layer mask, that's the brighter blue. So let's strategically add some cracks. So I used a bit more pressure on this side than I did on this one. That's why we've got more texture. And I'm going to come over here doing the same thing. I think maybe I'll just add a bit more on the cracks. And we can take another brush and keep going. So let's just use the big cracks now and then see how that looks. And that's adding some interesting texture as well. And what I like to do is not to use the same brush across everything, but to use multiple brushes and then focus those brushes in specific areas. So let's just switch it up again. Let's go with peeling concrete and make that smaller and just see how that looks. Definitely pretty cool. I'm just kind of experimenting with the different brushes here. Maybe go with the flakes. So this is how we can non-destructively erase parts of a font without changing the text itself. And so like we can still delete the layer mask and we can still tap on that text layer and edit the text. So we can write something else like, you know, anything that we want, and it still has that same mask above it. So there's something else that I did here on the cover of the Pattern Decay brush set. I did actually add texture on top of it as well, and that's kind of a different story. So I wanted to show you that as well. So what we want to do is add a layer above the text, or in this case, there's already sort of an empty layer down here because I never used it. So I'm just going to move that up above. And then you can do this in any color, but I'm going to use the same color as the text so that it looks like it's all part of the same thing. And I'm going to go back to the texture brushes in the Pattern Decay brush set, and I'm going to use the same brushes, but I'm going to use them on the outside. And actually, I think this whole thing here might need to be a little bit smaller now that I made it really huge. There we go. Okay, just so we have some space to work with this. So coming back into this layer here, we've got our cracks brush, which is the first one that we used. And we did it over here and here. So I'm going to stay in these same areas. I'm just going to kind of add a little bit like that, and then a little bit here as well. So I'm just focusing most of the texture in one area here and one area here, just kind of keep some balance there. So the next one that we used before was the big cracks. So we can do that again. I feel like we did that around here. So I'm just gonna give that a bit of cracks down there, and then maybe a bit here, like that. We could just keep on going. And we could be doing this in separate layers if we wanted to, but let's just keep it all in the same layer for simplicity. So this is the flakes, and we can just kind of add a little bit of flakiness to some of this. I'm just going to go to the peeling concrete, then I'm just going to add a little bit of this as kind of a final thing. So that is really simply an easy way to use these brushes or any other texture brushes to distress or make your text look worn in a non-destructive way. If we wanted to take this even further, we could add colors that are not the same color. So this is all in the same color. It's all kind of looks like one cohesive thing, but we could add more colors or we could add metallics if we want to. So a way to do that would be to add a new layer. And currently Procreate doesn't allow clipping masks on entire groups. So how I would do this if I was in Photoshop is I would just select all of these and group them. And then I would turn this into a clipping mask, but I can't actually do that in Procreate. But we can just make a clipping mask over the text. And then if we want to, we can just duplicate that. So I've got a new layer above the text and I'm tapping that, and now clipping mask is available because it's not a group below it. So this is still non-destructible and it's using two different kinds of masks, but I promise you it's not that complicated. So this just means that whatever we put in here will only show up on what's below it. So we could, use a different color, and we could go to, one of these concrete brushes. We could just add more texture inside of this in a totally different color. We could also go with a metal brush. So we've got two metalwork and metalwork flakes in the Pattern Decay brush set. I've also got a whole brush set called Gold Rush that is nothing but metallic textures. And you can choose any color, but let's just go with the brown that can come out as kind of a gold. So we can also have some of these letters look kind of like worn metal, like this. And we can just like have that be some of it, not all of it, as we want to. And if we want whatever color or texture we've added as an extra thing, if we want that to be in this part as well, all we have to do is just duplicate that and then move that here. And this is what it looks like without the clipping mask. But if we tap that and tap clipping mask again, then it's going on to the cracks that we have on the outside here as well. And we can keep sort of tweaking that if we want to. And now we've got everything kind of looking gold with some of this red still peeking through underneath. And there we have it. Just a simple way to add distressing effects and metallic effects to your text in Procreate without ever rasterizing it so that it remains fully editable. You can use the same technique with any texture brushes that you have. Thanks so much for following along with me today, and I hope to see you next time.